It's time to have this conversation. It's time to say the truth.
Hold on. I gotta switch it up real quick. I gotta switch this up real quick.
You know
what time it is.
What time it is. You know it's Alexa, turn studio lights orange. We there. Yeah.
You know what time it is.
Best defense in the NFL. Through 3 weeks. Best defense in the NFL. And you know what? People are like, oh, it's only 3 weeks. We don't know. Oh, what's this? Nah. I knew this defense was ass 3 weeks into last season.
Man, what?
Remember that? Well, look at all the stuff that happened in them 3 weeks. We knew it was ass. We knew Joe Woods. I remember being like, yeah, Joe Woods probably going to get fired. We're going to have to wait, though. Like that. We were at this point.
But hey, after that Jets game, we knew exactly what was going on.
What happened after the Jets game? Did we win? I think we did.
We actually did win after the Jets game, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, we knew the defense was cooked. We knew what it was. We knew that 3rd and 8, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 2. Remember, I used to get irritated when we would stop a team on 2nd down and force a 3rd and 2. I'm like, why are you bullshitting, man? Just move the game along and give them that 1st down. We do it. Want me to get all excited. It's 3rd down and scream at the top of my lungs when I know you're about to give out this out route easy, dog. Just not even going to cover it.
I'm more excited this year on 3rd and 2 than I was last year when it'd be like 3rd and 12.
Oh, it went the reverse way for me, Cole. Because 3rd and 5, they might mess up and call a pass play and it might not be open and we get off the field. Like that was the best bet for us. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 20. You know what that means? We're going to have to play and tackle and hope that we don't get a penalty. We was cooked on them 3rd and longs, man. We was ass on the 3rd. We was worse on 3rd and long than we were on 3rd and short. Like, we was actually decent in 3rd and short last year because they would like try to throw a 1-on-1 ball to Martin Emerson. Martin Emerson would lock that up and we'd be good to get off the field. 3rd and long, here come the defensive line going on a draw play and giving up 20 yards.
Oh, Lord.
How Joe Woods' defense was so prevent oriented and we would just suck on 3rd and long. It don't make no damn sense.
No sense. Worst third. Literally every year he was the coordinator, we had the worst 3rd long defense in the league every single year.
He plays quarters. He plays quarters, Cole. He plays quarters.
Tried to make it make sense. Couldn't do it every year.
Can't make it make sense. Can't
do it.
We playing a defense that's supposed to make sure that you don't allow big plays, and we the most big play defense. No, I'm already back in 2022 with my frustration, but I'm not in there no more. Joe Woods ain't coming through that door, brother. We got Jim Schwartz to fix it. Look, I know, Cole, you don't ever like to see a black man lose his job.
Hey, listen.
I'm fine with this one, dog.
Hey, sorry, brother.
We needed to get somebody qualified in there. You know what I mean? A lot of us who watch these videos was saying this about Joe Woods. It's just one word. It gets the point across. Brother. That is the universal. If you don't know, I'm gonna tell you what that brother means. I don't want to fire you or have you lose your job, but come on, dog, you testing my patience. Like I can't keep
this,
you,
bro. I can't defend this.
And you can get that brother anywhere. You hire your homeboy at McDonald's and he can't get the meat on the grill, brother.
Come on,
brother. You got one job. I done simplified this as easy as possible. And Joe Woods was getting so many of them brothers. Like
he got 3 years worth of them brothers, man. 3 years.
This team might have 4 All-Pros on it, and they had 3 of them last year. And let me tell you what. They couldn't even be decent last year, brother.
Hey,
brother tried to tell me it's not his fault. He can't have a good defense with Denzel Ward and Miles. We wasn't asking for great. We was just like, be all right. He couldn't be all right.
Couldn't do it.
I know people will defend it. Hey, man, they brought in that defensive line after Joe Woods. Like, we set up Joe Woods. Joe Woods did not want those defensive linemen. Like, that's the thing. He did not want it. He was like, that's not how I win. I don't care. I got Myles Garrett. I'm going to put Jadeveon Clowney in there and then a bunch of guys that I've met on the street to be on the inside and throw everything at the back end. That's what that first. So Joe Wood, shout out to you giving up 17-point lead. You back to regular season form for you. So that's what it is there. And man, I call Jim Schwartz the P. Diddy of this defense because he ain't doing nothing new. He ain't doing nothing crazy. He not switching up the beats. He's not Pharrell Williams. You know what I mean? He's not creating these things. You know what he's doing? He's not Dr. Dre. Right, all Jim Schwartz is doing is like, hey, yo, that's hot. I'm gonna sample that, and then I'm gonna polish it, and then I'm gonna put 112 on the chorus, and then it's about to go platinum. All right, like that's what he's doing. He's like, okay, I got Miles. Okay, I got Denzel. Oh, Grant, you really good at this one thing? We just gonna have you do this one thing, and then we gonna get 112, which is shout out to Zadarius Smith. Shout out to Dalvin Tomlinson. That's the 112, Hey, we don't gotta worry about if you can write a hook. You know what I mean? 112 on it, baby. We'll get 702, 112, 345, whatever it needs to be on the chorus. And hell, I might sample the chorus. It don't matter. We gonna figure out how to fix that weakness. You thought of like 3 P. Diddy songs where he did that, didn't you?
I thought my whole album, dog. Hey, we gotta get Jim Schwartz to do the Diddy bop on the sideline.
Hey, that's what he doing, dog. Get all up in the videos. You know what I mean? Jim Schwartz, he is living the P. Diddy life, which is, hey, man, you ain't got to be the most smart man in the world if you got the right people around. You know what I mean?
We've been talking about how talented this Browns defense is for like 3 years, bro. Mm-hmm. And he finally was like, it's like, oh, it is talented. We got to clean up a couple spots here. But after that,
he gonna take he went in, all right, you got some bullshit in the middle. We gonna take that out. And like, he didn't scout. He didn't scout to fix this. You know what he did? He drafted the biggest he could find in the draft.
biggest D tackle they got. Who's that? Him? All right.
Yeah, he just look at the sheet. He's big. We take him. And then he was like, who's good? Oh, Dalvin Tomlinson, Shelby Harris. Come on here. Maurice Hurst was good. All right. Fixed it. There it is. Yeah, that should do it. Yeah, no. It was just leak. Yeah. The linebackers, no, they straight. No. You don't need new line. Look, other people all offseason like, we need to get new linebackers, writing up this giant bill. All this giant bill. Remember all this stuff that people like, we need to fix the linebackers and this and that. And Jim Schwartz came in here like, man, we just need to fix the roof, patch them pipes, and get that hole in the floor fixed, and we good. You know what I mean? Jim Schwartz is the dude in your neighborhood in the pickup truck that'll fix your brakes for $40. That is who Jim Schwartz is. That's who Jim Schwartz is, man. That's who that brother is.
Hey, can we talk about the Browns linebackers real quick? Just real quick. Can we talk about
turned out they good, right?
Man, listen, if y'all don't know, we do spaces all the time on Twitter. Every week in the offseason, people were saying, JOK is not that good.
He's too small.
He's not big enough.
He's coming off an injury.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Walker was good when he was out there, but he gets hurt. Blah, blah, blah. Every single time, I would just be like, guys, their defensive tackles are in their face every snap. Mm-hmm. Getting blown 6 yards off the ball, no matter what offensive line they are playing, every snap. Mm-hmm. What do you want them to do? You could have Ray Lewis and Patrick Willis at linebacker, and they would have looked bad. with those defensive tackles in front of them.
Yep.
What did you want them to do? They got Dalvin Tomlinson and Shelby Harris, and they look like, and JOK looking like he gonna make a Pro Bowl.
They put Derrick Henry in hell.
20 yards.
And Tajay Spears was somewhere worse. All right, because they had 26 rushing yards. Okay, Derrick had 20 of them.
Tajay Spears caught 4 passes for -3 yards.
Tajay Spears is like, I want to go back to Tulane.
This what the NFL's like?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. That's how bad it was for the Tennessee Titans. They had no prayer. Did you see the play? I know you saw the play. Everybody saw the play. Cole, they put 2 tight ends on Myles Garrett. And there was like, follow him. I ain't seen no shit like that since high school. In the NFL, I've never seen it.
That was crazy. I was like, yo. Whooping y'all ass.
And here's the other level to this that nobody's talked about. You know how good Myles Garrett has to know he is to see 2 tight ends cross a formation and he automatically is like, yeah, that's for me.
What if he wasn't sure? He just did it just to make sure.
Nah. He was like, usually they said 1. Like, that's like when you see, like, you ever watch The Wire? And Avon been in trouble with the law so long that whenever he see a car, he like, yeah, that's for me. And then he's like, oh, that one there for me too. I guess they got 2 departments on me today. You know what I mean? Miles was rolling. He's like, usually they send to 1, but they send it to 2 now. Okay, let me just come across here because you can't snap the ball like that. And you know how good you have to know you are to do this. And look, we get into this argument about TJ Watt. And I think people don't understand how much of a different game Myles Garrett plays. Because Myles Garrett looks like Myles Garrett, plays like Myles Garrett. Not only does he deal with teams doing stuff like that against him, if you're a referee and you see Myles Garrett get held, you're not like, that's a penalty. You're like, that's fair. Look at him. He's Myles Garrett. So Myles Garrett gets held more than anybody in the NFL. He gets blocked more than any. They are desperate. Like, I want to know what happened on the sideline for that to happen. Like, because for those of you who don't know, like when the offense leaves the field during the timeout, they go to that bench and they have a conversation. And it's usually like a rally conversation, like you got a whole bunch of people around there. And in those conversations, people are venting. The coach is like, this is this. And then one of the offensive linemen going to be like, well, what do you want me to do? I can't block him one-on-one. He's like, oh, you can't block him? You not man enough to block him? We're going to bring you help then, all right? We're going to get 2 tight ends to help. And then the 2 tight ends like, we're going to what?
We're going to help what? Help what?
They look real unsure and embarrassed of what they were doing. Both those tight ends. Because they
looking at each other like.
And then they went over to the side. They saw Myles pre-snap go to the side. And then Myles got up and ran to the other side. They were like, what do we do now? Do we go? I guess we go. All right. We gonna go. And then Myles went back and the play clock ran out and they ran back with them. Mike Vrabel just was like, all right, that didn't even work. That didn't even work. And you know what's the worst part, Cole, for the Titans? That blew up in their face. They called timeout. They're like, all right, we're going to do a different protection. And somehow they walk out of the huddle after being like, yeah, Myles is eating us alive. We got to put 2 tight ends and a chip on him. They somehow end up 1-on-1 with Myles Garrett in the next possession. And exactly what you think happens. How do you do that?
Was destroying them. He was eating that line alive.
There was one tackle for loss that Myles got on Derrick Henry. And I was like, he made Derrick Henry look like Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Bro, I've never seen anybody hit Derrick Henry that hard.
Derrick Henry usually looked giant when he played football. I was like, he looks small and slow. This is the king? Like, struggled. And Cope, 10 of them yards. Honestly, all 20 of them yards he got, garbage time. Like,
Game was over.
Third and long, they ran the ball. We weren't expecting it. He gets like 6 here. Like, because let's be real, when the game was close, he had -7. Okay.
Damn, they took Derrick Henry. Man, they made Derrick Henry look real regular.
You know how crazy it is to hold Derrick Henry to 20 rushing yards, and then meanwhile, Ryan Tannehill had like 125 passing yards? 125 in good weather on any quarterback is crazy. Ryan Tannehill's not like a complete bum. Like 125 indeed, that's worse. That's better than holding Joe Burrow to 82 in bad weather. Like 125 in clean conditions when you get your ass beat the whole game, so all you could do is throw the ball. That means you could get nothing. Nothing was ever gonna happen, and anything you got, you better be thankful you got it.
Honestly, the best completions of the day for him were just like crazy catches by like DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins had one on Mark
and then 11
nuts, and then I think it's Chris Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Moore had one on Cameron Mitchell, where Cameron Mitchell was honestly exactly where he needed to be. Chris Moore just made it crazy. He just made a crazy catch. Outside of that, they got nothing.
Absolutely nothing. They had no answer for Miles. Nobody has an answer for Miles. He had a pass rush. You know, he had a worse game today than he had against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, he had a 40% pass rush win rate. A measly 36.2 for Myles Garrett this week.
But people said Myles Garrett didn't have an impact on that Steelers game because he didn't end up being sacked.
You know who don't think that? Matt Canada. You know who don't think that? Mike Tomlin.
You know who don't think that? Kenny Pickett, because he was getting the ball out immediately every time he got
Ask Dan Moore what kind of game he had on Monday.
Hey, did you see that somebody pulled the clips of all the one-on-ones with Miles and Dan Moore whooping his ass?
Look. People are gonna get mad when I say this. I bet if you locked Mike Tomlin in a room and asked him who he'd rather have, he would tell you without hesitation he would rather have Miles, because you can tell by the amount of respect he shows Miles. Like, you can tell. They don't ever hold the ball against the Browns. They always throw screens, quick rub routes. They don't ever be like Kenny Pickett, hold the ball for like 3 seconds and get it downfield.
But
Never.
You'll get them killed.
But then you see them play Max Crosby, who a lot of people believe are on the same level as TJ Watt. And he's like, I'm going to leave Dan Moore one-on-one. You know what I mean? I'm gonna not have a tight end follow. I'm telling you right now. I know people are going to look into stats and everything else like that, but just look at how offenses react to Miles versus how they react to any other pass rusher. Bro, every other pass rusher gets defended like a regular defensive player that's really good. Myles Garrett gets defended as if they are trying to stop a cheat code.
Bro, just watch the video. Just everybody posted that video because it's crazy for you to do that for one player. It doesn't make sense for anybody to ever do that. Unless you're playing Myles Garrett.
Yeah, and like this is the dude who can like do a Euro step in the middle of a football game and get a print. Like, the game is so easy to him that he plays a different version of it at the same position. It's unreal. This is stuff. Like, it didn't look prime JJ Watt was like more productive. Mm-hmm. And he might end up being more productive. And you can say the same thing about prime Aaron Donald. But what I will say is it didn't look as easy for them as it looks for Myles Garrett. It looks so easy for Myles.
And people take it as disrespect to like TJ or disrespect to Nick Bosa. And I'm honestly not disrespect. Like, bro, just watch him. Just watch him.
Here's another thing on how you know that Myles is Myles. You took him number 1 overall in a draft that might have the most talented and greatest quarterback of all time in Pat Mahomes. Nobody cares. He's Akeem Olajuwon to his Michael Jordan. And do y'all know how dope Akeem Olajuwon is? Like, you know how dope Akeem Olajuwon had to be? Every time a big in basketball can't score, what they be like, he need to go see the dream. As if there's something he can learn from Akeem. Like,
oh Lord. Oh, I don't get it, man.
And that's Myles Garrett.
You know what pisses me off the most? Browns fans that be hating on Myles Garrett. You're just stupid. All of you, you're just stupid. And I'm tired of entertaining you. I'm tired of you talking bad about Myles. He doesn't do enough. He's not bro. They are moving 2 tight ends along with an offensive tackle to make sure that Myles Garrett does not murder their quarterback as soon as they sit on the ball. What more do you need to see to know what we have in Cleveland? I don't get it. I never got it. I don't get it.
He's the best defensive player in the universe. It's not close. Nobody reacts to nobody has reacted to a football player like this in a long time. He's incredible. He does this despite the fact that he gets held all the time. And look, TJ gets held too, but I promise you these Myles Garrett holds are more egregious. I've seen him. He got on that sack after they called all them timeouts. He was held in face mask in the end zone. They just like, nah, he gonna get there anyways. That's why he's allowed to get held. If he gets held, it doesn't affect the play sometimes. Like, it just slows him down a little bit. He got a sack at the end of that half in 2.2 seconds. No, 2.15 seconds, something like that. I don't need to tell you that's by far the fastest sack in football. And he's giant. It's not like he's like some small. It's not like this is like Hassan Reddick getting there super fast. This is a giant man moving that fast. He swarmed up Derrick Henry at the point of attack as if it was nothing.
It's like the biggest running back in football.
And then threw him backwards.
It's ridiculous. Like, you can't, there's nothing you can say anymore. Like, you just have to watch it and be like, it feels like, keeping it with Cleveland, it kind of feels like watching Bron a little bit, where he's just doing things and you can't even, he does it so often and so effortlessly, you're just
that
like,
you expect it every time he touches the basketball.
It's just like, yeah.
And then when he doesn't do it, we're like, oh, Carmelo's better, right? Because you don't watch all Carmelo games, right? You don't watch all the Chris Paul's games. You don't see when Carmelo go 3 for 13. You know what I mean? You're not watching all those games. I remember getting an argument with somebody at the shop. I know you might have a disagreement because you huge Kobe fan. But I was like, look, man, LeBron had Sasha Pavlovich and was going to the finals. Kobe was never doing that with Smush Parker. Like, there's just a difference. There's just a difference, dog. Like, Kobe had Smush Parker was like, I need to get out of here. LeBron gets Sasha Pavlovich and Boobie Gibson. He's like, all right, man, this is who I'm going to the championship game with. Like, that's different.
Hey, I get it.
Myles Garrett had 16 sacks with absolute scrubs as his help last year. He overcame Joe Woods. He overcame the scrubs that he had on the field.
David Bryant
was his best player on that defensive line, not named him. Tommy Togiai. He had a 5-5 XFL defensive line next to him last year. He overcame that. He had 16 sacks. He got flipped in a Porsche. And you know what? You know what, Cole? He was significantly better that year than he was the year before. Like,
he was.
And all of that happened to Myles Garrett in that season. And people act like we not seeing this. Like, this ain't incredible. And then if we point it out, we being disrespectful to TJ Watt. It ain't no disrespect to TJ. Look, I know y'all love TJ Watt for reasons. Okay, I understand. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, because he a Steeler?
Yeah. He works hard. He's a hustle guy, right? Him, Nick Bosa, TJ Watt, Max Crosby, they all get similar praise from these announcers for whatever reason. I don't know what it is, but I always hear about the hustle with them. With Myles Garrett, it's never about the hustle or the brains, even though he has that too. But with them, Trey Hendrickson, you know what I mean? Like they're in that class of like fan favorites. Fan favorites. Let's put it like that. I understand they fan favorites. But that don't mean that Austin Reeves is better than Anthony Davis. You know what I mean? Like, the defense don't move to Austin Reeves like it moved to Anthony Davis. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. But as the one dude in Philadelphia put it, he took one look at Myles Garrett and was like, yeah, better than Nick Bosa. Not even going to question that. All right? Like,
not even go discuss it.
Half a heartbeat is the exact quote. He took one look at him going against my tie and was like, yup, this is it. That's the best defensive play. Because he was the defensive player of the year last year, right?
I think so, yeah.
He took one look at Myles Garrett, was like, nah, this is him. This is the best defensive player I've ever seen in my life. One look.
The only reason Myles doesn't get the respect that TJ and Nick and TJ and Nick get is just because the Browns have been bad the last 2 years. That's it. That's literally it. That's the only reason. If they make the playoffs,
and he smack old boy over the head with the helmet, that doesn't help his case. You know what I mean?
Nobody cares about Mason Rudolph. But listen,
people care about it when it comes to finding reasons to ignore why he's doing something very good. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those little fallback plans that they like on it. But it's undeniable now. This is the best defensive player. Look, Zadarius, you know how you know it's real. Listen to how other players talk about him.
Zadarius Smith is a Pro Bowler, dog. He is a Pro Bowler.
Juan Thornhill played with Chris Jones. Okay, who is a freak of one of the best defensive players in football, and he's like, I ain't never seen nothing like this. What y'all see in the games? Yeah, it's really good. Brother, I see it every day. Like, it's not like a good game for him. This is just what he does.
Listen,
he's impossible. It's every day. It's different.
Most double teamed edge rusher in football the last 3 years. And when I say most double teamed, it is not close.
We want to settle this debate with any Steeler fan or any Browns fan that loves TJ Watt because he's a fan favorite. Let's just put this here. If somehow Myles and TJ were on the same team, TJ gonna get a lot of single teams, man. like he gonna get a lot of one-on-one reps because you know what they not doing? Giving them to Myles. All right, because TJ will probably beat a one-on-one matchup. Myles Garrett will inhale a one-on-one matchup.
Let's just say this. Definitely going to beat a one-on-one.
Let me tell you. The running back is chipping Myles. All right, like if these two are on the same team, Myles is the priority. I know TJ has the numbers, his sack record. He's dope. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely, no doubt. But come on, man.
He ain't Myles, dog. He is not Myles.
He's really good. He's really, really good. I admire him as a player. Hustle guy, found a way to come from a late draft pick, first round draft pick, and really work his way into the player that he is and has become a spectacular player. Myles Garrett's first play in the NFL was a sack.
Every time we bring this up, Steelers fans get mad. Compare the players that TJ Watt has played with since he's been a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers to what Myles Garrett has had until this season.
You know what it is? It's the Carmelo LeBron debate of edge rushers.
It really is. It really is.
Because I can see how Carmelo could be your favorite basketball player's favorite basketball player, right? Because he do all the hard stuff and he make it look so cool and everything. And you can see the work and you like, damn, I wish I could do that. I wish I could be that focused. I wish I could just trust my jumper like that. And then you see Myles Garrett, you're like, well, I can't do none of that. So that's just okay. Like, you know, like
that reminds me of LeBron. I think LeBron had a camp video where he was trying to like trying to show like kids and stuff like what he does. I'm like, bro, they ain't never gonna do none of that. You do that.
Yeah, it's different, right? Like you can enjoy watching TJ Watt play more. You can enjoy TJ Watt, but like let's not lie about what this is, man. Come on.
Bro, everybody who breaks down film for like all of the, like, it could be The Athletic, it could be ESPN, whatever, they all say the exact same thing. It's Myles Garrett and it's everybody. Even like Micah Parsons, who I feel like is very highly regarded. Mm-hmm. Even they're like, nah, Myles is better.
Like, wait, Micah's cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, Micah's really good.
Micah's very good. Nick Bosa's
Myles is a alien.
It's different.
You ever listen to an offensive lineman with a podcast whenever Myles Garrett gets brought up? See, like they'll bring up Micah Parsons or TJ Watt and be like, yeah, this is how he stresses you. And it's a hard day when you go up against him. You know, it's going to be relentless, you know, this and that. But you feel like that person believes that there's a plan that works. Whenever they bring up Myles, they go, dude, like, I just don't want to be fucking one-on-one with the guy. Like, there's no plan. There's no plan. You try to bull him and pull him off his spot. He's flexible. He bends underneath you, cuts the angle, actually gets in on you. You try to stick him out. He's faster than you. He has stronger hands. If you try to like prepare for a bull rush, he's quicker than you. Like there's nothing you can do. There's no plan. There's only, I hope we get the ball out quick. Like that's the plan. The plan has nothing to do with you. The plan has everything. Get the ball out quick. Right? Like, hope they miss shots. This is why he's LeBron. The plan against LeBron was what? Put 4 people on him. Hope they make shots. Like,
the plan on LeBron earlier in his career was literally make him shoot jumpers and hope for the best.
I remember, yeah, just literally rush him, put everybody on the team on him, let somebody else make a shot. And that's the plan when they go up against Myles. Get rid of the ball, let somebody else make a tackle. Like, that's the plan. They want nothing to do with him.
He had 3.5 sacks.
And they were trying desperately to avoid him. They just couldn't. They couldn't. I was watching like the Locked On Titans thing, and the guy was like, man, we got offensive line issues, and yeah, I just don't think this guy's an NFL offensive lineman. I'm like, yeah, a lot of people feel like that after Myles touch him. Look, we was doing that with Jed Wills. Like,
hey, the camp videos came out. We was like, oh no.
Oh God, what are we doing? We gotta get rid of him. It's just like, Myles, man. Like, it's just, you can't compare it. Like, look what he did against Darius Smith and see if that's an issue. Like, that's a normal, really good edge rusher in the NFL. You can't compare with Myles. Is different. Like, nobody's handling that one-on-one. Oh, by the way, Grant Delpit might be like the second best player on the defense. It might be the best safety in football. Like,
so Andrew Berry can actually draft players? Is that what you're telling me? He's not bad? He's not terrible?
Remember those scouting reports on Grant Delpit can't play in the box, can't tackle? Ooh, they were wrong.
Sometimes people who get paid to watch football get it wrong too, guys.
Hey, man, it's not fair that they're this wrong because Grant Delpit definitely wasn't trying to play in the box at LSU, and he definitely wasn't trying to tackle his senior year. But he trying to do it now. The brother trying to get paid.
Oh, he about to get paid.
He out here press manning as a slot corner, coming up on the run stops. And Grant Delpit is having he is out here playing linebacker, safety, and corner. And he's like great at all 3 positions.